So we began day 4 of our Everglades Challenge adventure, launching from Chokoloskee Marina in Chokoloskee, Florida. Initially traveling out Rabbit Key Channel into the Gulf of Mexico. We emerged into a strong southeast headwind and wound up having to tack for much of the balance of the day. Later in the day, as it became clear that we were very slow in progressing towards our intended track all the way to Northwest Cape, we wound up hoisting the Iron Jenny, firing up our little new Mercury 2.5 horsepower engine, and heading on into our first night, which was at Highland Beach.
We're here on day 4 of the Everglades Challenge. It is Wednesday. We are off Pavilion Key, which is this key off to the left. We're in about maybe 10-15 knots of wind. Unfortunately, fighting against a south-southeast wind, which means that we're having to beat into the direction we need to go. So we're pretty much running close haul, but the boat is performing superbly. We're making about 4 knots in each direction, which means about 1.5 to 2 knots speed made good in the direction in which we want to go. It's an amazing ride. Overall, we are delighted with the performance of the boat and with the way things are going. Looking forward to continuing with the journey. Barry, say hello.
Hello! Fun sailing today!
Okay, here we are at the end of Wednesday on the week of the Everglades Challenge. You can see off the distance there the sun set. We are headed towards Highland Beach. We had hoped to make Northwest Cape today, but we've just been fighting the seas the whole time. Our direction is southeast and the winds are directly southeast. We tacked quite a bit and we finally decided to hoist the Iron Jenny and make our way into Highland Beach. Good morning. It is Thursday morning for the 5th day of the Everglades canceled Everglades Challenge. This is morning at Highland Beach in Everglades National Park. The sun is rising behind the trees off to the east. We spent a rather uncomfortable night with lots and lots of mosquitoes. Very little wind to drive them off. The notorious thing about Highland Beach is that it's very shallow, very far out. Where the boat is now off the beach, it was aground last night. It's high. It's just past the high tide mark now, so it's floating. We're going to get off so that we can get out into some depth and not have to deal with any grounding problems. Overall, the trip's been very beautiful. We've had all kinds of challenges, good and bad. We're looking forward to going on, making it down to Flamingo today, and hopefully Key Largo tomorrow. For now.
This was our accoutrement for living on Highland Beach. Mosquitoes were aggressive. We had mosquito netting to keep them more or less off the buzz. But it was part of the adventure.
Okay, we're on the water, way off in the distance at Dark River Point. Dark River Island, actually. Dark River Point is over there. And it's a beautiful day.
We're getting some decent winds now.
Winds have shifted to the east. We're flying the reacher and the jib and the mainsail. We're doing about 5 knots. It's a perfect day for sailing. Quite in contrast to yesterday, which was really rough. Really kind of kicked our butts a bit. But it's all part of the adventure. Say hi, Barry.
Hello!
So here we are about midday, rounding Northwest Cape, approaching Middle Cape. The wind was from the east throughout most of the morning and was marvelous for sailing conditions. By midday, the wind clocked back around southeast to south, and we again had to depend on our little Mercury 2.5 to get us around Cape Sable. Off in the distance there, you can see Middle Cape.
Okay, here we are approaching East Cape Sable. As we make the turn over here, we'll be going into Flamingo, east of the track. probably 20, gusting sometimes higher, considerably higher. We've got the main up to keep us more or less head into the wind, and things are going okay. I think it's morning. It's been an amazing adventure. Hey Barry, say hello.
Cape Sable! Rough chop through the 4-foot chop. It's a rough one. We are heading into Flamingo. This is a really cool time for us. We've been fighting a headwind all the way. It's probably one of the roughest days we've had thus far. This would have been a small craft advisory, I think, for the Coast Guard. But it's cool. We just have to do a lot of bilging. Anyways, this is just a wonderful, beautiful place. I can see Cape Sable on the end. And there's my brother, Captain Chip Sutherland. You know, doing a great job on instrumentation and with the sheets and so forth. And what we like about this boat is that it has steering forward and aft, which is so cool. So we work as a team. So this is it, very end.
We're close hauled right now.
We're close hauled. Excellent.
Trying to come in against the wind.
Ah, I love it.
As we rounded Cape Sable and came into an easterly direction, we were able to catch a beam reach for much of the run in, but had to tack back against a southeast wind as we approached the channel. Once in the channel, we had to once again fire up the engine and come in for the final run. So here we are, somewhat wet, feeling a bit victorious for having made it into Flamingo. The small craft advisory for the next day was winds again east-southeast, gusting 25 to 30, and we figured it probably would not be a wise thing to go ahead with plans to take on Key Largo. This is the ranger station. See those two orange cones? Those are right adjacent to the pillars that we slung our hammocks on for the night. Here we are with our final view from the ranger station at Flamingo Everglades National Park, looking out over Florida Bay and the would-be path that we would have taken for the next day if the weather advisors had allowed it. We'll conclude here our overall adventure looking out from the ranger station at Flamingo, reminiscing over the bittersweet end of our travels, hoping that we could have gone farther, but satisfied very much for the distance we were able to go. On the way home, we stopped at Royal Palm Trail and gave my brother an opportunity to see some local wildlife. This is a bird made famous for the Anhinga Trail in Everglades National Park. And along the way, we made a few other friends. This is one of the local inhabitants just off the walk at Royal Palm Trail, basking in the sun along with myself, enjoying the reminiscing of our amazing adventure. And here is a final map of the actual track that we took beginning at Fort DeSoto Beach in Tampa Bay on Saturday the 7th of March and finishing in Flamingo Park within the Everglades National Park, conducting the latter half of our total voyage within Everglades National Park itself. So we end here securing the boat for the long ride home, having come to know and love this vessel with all of our hearts. It performed extraordinarily well over the course of the week in conditions that cover the gamut from dead calm to raging seas. We could not have been happier with the performance of our boat and look forward to more adventures in the future. This is Dorsalis and River Bear out for now. Thanks for watching.
Sing.